Guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing amazing and fantastic and wonderful. I am so excited that it's now November because that means that I can with less judgment, turn on my Christmas lights on my house that I have had up on my house since the beginning of October, but my husband told me I couldn't actually turn on at the beginning of October. So now I feel like I can actually turn them on. So yeah, there's that. Today I'm super excited because I am going to my own author book signing event at an indie bookshop called Rivendell Books and Bubbles in Broken Arrow, and I'm really nervous and really excited, and I have just enough time to record my wrap up for October before I have to wake up the children and get them ready to go. So I will have to film another video or either post it on my Instagram of the books that I'm hoping to read for November, but I do have one of the books next to me, and that is Can't Judge a Book by Its Murder by Amy Lillard, which is the Cozy Escape book club pick of the month for November. So if you want to join a book club, you should join my book club because it's fun and we have a blast over there and it's really, really cozy and fun. But without further ado, let's jump into what I read. I read 9 books last month, and it was a damn good reading month for me. I read 8 5-star reads and 1 4.5-star read. So that makes me understand why I am in a little bit of a reading slump right now. Because I had such an amazing reading month that now I'm like, well, nothing can stand up to that. And how am I going to pick that amazing of a book, or that list, that more amazing books? I don't know. I'm trying. I'm in the middle of reading 3 books right now, so we shall see. The first book that I read or finished in October was Dream Harbor, book 2 in the series, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, which I thought was better than the Pumpkin Spice Bookstore, and I really liked the Pumpkin Spice Bookstore. That was the one where you guys really liked my comment of like, I want like a skylight open. I don't want just like an open door romance. I want all the, well, this one I want the ship open. Like, I don't care if there's flooding coming in. I really, 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 really liked this one. Laurie Gilmore is really, really good at like, this is a fake, not a fake dating, like, I don't know what you would say, like opposites attract, small town, forced proximity, he falls first. If you like that kind of thing, then you'll like this one. I'm not going to give you too much details, but I absolutely loved it, and I am now currently reading book 3, the Christmas Tree Farm one. Of course, because it's November 1st, or it's November 2nd right now, and that's basically Christmas season, and don't at me, it's Christmas season. The second book that I read is the 3rd book in Ellie Alexander's Secret Bookcase Mystery series. I actually listened to that on the plane to the Ashland Mystery Festival from last month, and it's Death at the Dinner Party, and Annie Murray is she is a party planner, and she does a lot of themed parties, and this one she is hosting a murder mystery themed dinner party, and of course murder happens, chaos ensues, and it was fantastic. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Of course, Ellie is an instant buy author for me, and I automatically enjoy everything that she writes. I went down the Janice Hallett rabbit hole this past month. I read 3 out of 5 of her books, and I just started today the 4th one of her books. So the first book that I read was The Appeal. And it is like this local theater group is putting on a show, and what's really cool is this is an epistolary book, where that means that it is told through text messages, emails, letters. It's told through like all of these different types of ways of communication, and you are piecing things together from the information that you have been given. And a murder has happened and has occurred, but the wrong person has been arrested for it. And you are reading all of these alongside two sort of like investigators trying to figure out who really is the killer. Like, and it's just trippy as hell. And I really, really, really enjoyed it. One, this is one of the first physical books that I've read this year, and that's how I'm going to read Janice Hallett from now on. There's no other way that I will read Janice Hallett. I will only read her physically. I have to have her books in my hands. I have to be flipping through the physical pages. And I absolutely loved it. It was wonderful. I loved it. Then I listened to the audiobook. This is not going to shock you for those that have been watching my channel for a while. I listened to We Solve Murders by Richard Osman, which is a new series that he started. And of course, I fell in love already. I was actually messaging Spencer from Intentionally Bookish, one of my best friends, and I was talking to her about how I don't understand how someone can make me laugh, cry, and get pissed off all in the same like sentence or two. And he just does it so well. Like the way that he writes characters, especially characters like when they're in a new like transition in their life, like it's so damn good. And it's the character development of these of Steve Wheeler and Amy Wheeler, it's just amazing. So Steve Wheeler is a retired detective, and he is the father-in-law of Amy Wheeler, and she is a security officer that sort of protects really high-profile people. And what's funny is how close she is to Steve, closer than her husband, who is Steve's son, is to him. And Amy sort of gets in a pickle and Steve comes to the rescue, but it's just like, it's so much more than that. I can't even explain it, but if you like the Thursday Murder Club, you're going to love We Solve Murders, and you just need to get it. It was wonderful. Then I dove into The Mysterious Case of the Alperton Angels, which is the next Janice Hallett book. And I almost didn't read this because I have like some of my triggers of things that I won't read are anything that has to do with like a child getting hurt. But so this is all about like two teenagers are getting brainwashed. And this teenage girl is being told that her child is the Antichrist, and that they have to, in the middle of like a seance, have to kill the child in order to save the world. And so like you're going through like these case notes and interviews and emails of two writers. Amanda Bailey is a crime writer, and rival author Oliver Menzies is sort of writing two opposing books, but about the same thing, because this is like the 18th year since the Alperton Angels like happened, and now like the Alperton baby is now 18 years old, and like they're trying to figure out what happened to everybody. And like I'm not going to spoil anything because I didn't see the whodunit happen. Like I didn't see that coming, the end of the book, and it was so good, and again, wonderful, amazing. This year Ellie Alexander's kicking ass when it comes to writing, and so I read book 19 in the Bake Shop Mystery series, Sticks and Scones. This one made me cry. This one actually made me text Ellie at the end, and she goes, "Oh, so someone's doing some vacation reading," because I finished it on my way home. Not gonna spoil it, but I was so happy with the ending of this book, and I can feel like my hands are getting sweaty. Like I can feel things happening and things coming to fruition of like 19 books of this series, and it's so freaking good. And I'm just, I can't wait to see how it all comes together. I also read The Examiner, which is by Janice Hallett, and this one was trippy as hell. It's 6 students, 1 murder, can you solve the crime? So it's 6 students who are taking like a a mixed media mastery arts course. They are from all walks of life. So like they're as young as like in their early 20s and as old as like their mid 60s. And there's like a whole bunch of things that are just going on. And I don't want to go into it any more than that, because that's not what you, it says told in emails, text messages, and essays. This innovative pause resistor follows a group of students in an art master's program that goes dangerously awry. And that's as much as I can tell you, because you just don't want to go into a Janice Hallett book knowing too much, because that'll ruin it for you. Book 8 that I read was Sweet Bean Paste by Durian Sukegawa. Sukegawa, I think that's how it is. So this was for the Genre Guru book club that I host at my house. And it was, so the theme for October was a book that was translated. And so this was actually my husband's pick, and it was translated originally from Japanese. And I loved this book. I did not expect to love this book, mind you, but I loved this book. The relationship between Sentaro and Toku was so sweet and so pure and so just amazing. I cried with this book. Like, I loved it. So, Sentaro has failed. He has a criminal record. He drinks too much. He dreams of becoming a writer. It's just a distant memory. With only the blossoming of cherry trees to mark the passing of time, he spends his day in a tiny confectionery shop selling doraki, a type of pancake filled with sweet bean paste. But everything is about to change. Into his life comes Toku, an elderly woman with disfigured hands and a troubling past. Toku makes sweet bean paste the best Sentaro has ever tasted. She begins to teach him her craft, but as their friendship flourishes, social pressures become impossible to escape, and Toku's dark secret is revealed with devastating consequences. And I don't want to tell you what those consequences are if you want to read, but I loved this book so much. It was absolutely wonderful. And the last book that I read in October was A Skeleton in the Family by Leigh Perry. This was the Cozy Escape Book Club pick for October, and this is hands down one of my favorite cozy mystery series of all time. Sid is one of my favorite characters that I have ever read. He is so wholesome, he is so sweet, he is so sarcastic and funny, and he's a skeleton, and what more could you ask for, really? I absolutely love it. So like, I had such an amazing reading month that I don't know how I'm going to top it, but I just made it to right before I need to pick up all my things, take them to the car, and then go and wake up my children for my book signing today. I can't believe I have a book signing. Like, I get to say that I am an author going to a book signing. I don't know what to do with my hands, so don't let me talk. Like, why do people let me talk? I don't know. But that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you read this month, because maybe you will have an amazing recommendation that will get me out of this reading slump of reading like 4 different books right now. Thank you. Have a great day.